I've caught up with my most beautiful friend Amy, and she's going to help me do this bit of the video, aren't you, Amy?
Oh, yes, beautiful Karen.
That's beautiful Amy.
Oh.
And we're not arguing.
Oh. Okay, then.
Amy is my number... Well, yeah, Amy helps me, but it's like Amy watches all the videos, so I much appreciate you, Amy. And she puts the links out on Facebook and does all those things.
Oh, thank you, Karen.
And even though...
My pleasure.
Oh, it definitely is, Amy. Even though you haven't seen the footage, I've played you a little bit of it, and it's to do with... Looked at this footage. I'm sorry, it's not real. They're nearly everybody's superimposed in. And right now, what we're looking at is Ginger Rogers, but you can see this through her nose. It's going through, her nose isn't there. So you can see the background through her nose, and look, she's lost half her face. And we're going to show how weird these two get in dancing, because they're superimposed in. Now this was made the 1920s, the 1930s, and they had the technology then. We can see it here right now.
Yes, I didn't know they did it back in those days, that they had the technology.
It's pretty... I'm pretty like... I don't know, I've got stuck in Ginger Rogers. I don't see him. I see other people in him in this footage. And one of them's Gene Kelly.
Oh, well, yes.
It's like he turns into Frank Sinatra. There's Gene Kelly, Bob Hope. Bob Hope's the people are there. 2 or 3 other people are there as he's moving around the floor. Like, he looks like someone completely different at some stages. And she doesn't look right either on any of the footage. And that's probably about 10-15 minutes long. But I'm putting this bit in about the tap dancing to show you that that girl at the beginning is really tap dancing, and then once you stick that tapping and you can hear the feet going in like this, nobody's notices that they were... I just don't see... I see... What was his name again, Amy? Forgotten. Astaire. What's his name?
Gene Kelly?
No, Astaire. What's his name?
Oh, Fred Astaire?
That's it, Fred Astaire. His name gone. He does a little bit of tap dancing, but he's basically dancing, and they're putting the tap movements on it, and everybody just thinks they're tap dancing, but they're kind of just dancing.
Right.
Well. And then when you slow it down, you look at her, and all she does is jump all over the place. I don't see her as a very good dancer.
I guess not, yes.
You don't see her legs much in this, because I was trying to show people, because we're going to play that in a minute, the breakdown of the fact that these people, it's wrong, all of it. Amy will watch it, she'll write, yes, Karen, I saw it.
That's right, Karen. But I will see it, I know.
Well, a few people, because obviously this is what this video's about, but a few people, because obviously these videos are on Sun and Moon, and this video's going on the Unscrambled Channel, but some of these sort of, I call them Tartaria, but it's Germany, 1910, whatever it is. Hopefully I've had a few sort of, it's made Christian think, because he basically said was, you know, I think the bit when they're walking on the bridge, there's a bit where they're walking on the bridge, and they're going to work. He said it's like one person starts walking and then they're all walking in the same step.
Oh, yes. He's right. I noticed that.
But that's because they're not real and they have to follow something. But I did say in the video, if I went out with my camera and went to a shopping centre tomorrow and filmed people, they wouldn't look like that bunch walking across the bridge.
Right.
I'm not sure if that video's out yet, Amy. I think that might be one that's going out in the next day or so.
Oh, okay.
But you've seen it and Christian's seen it.
I saw the preview.
Yes, Amy's lucky. She sometimes gets to see the videos before anybody else sees them, don't you, Amy?
That's right, Karen.
So you've seen, so you know which video I'm talking about. Obviously, I start running out of words when, even back to these people, it's all wrong.
Yes.
Why can't they just told us, we didn't need to see all this? I'm not sure if they're filming on top of other film and sticking their heads on, because this could be Tartarian people dancing, or they've just slotted them in.
Right. It could be either one.
Do you remember they made all the films like Wallace and Gromit, and they said what technology was, and they'd come forward so far, and that's what they've been doing to years in films.
Yes.
So you know
Yes.
when Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks says, "Oh, we spent nearly a year and a half making that film." What a load of rubbish! Yeah, the technical team might have done while they're placing everybody into the video, but
Right.
they didn't act it.
I know.
This is
It's
probably
really,
why when you see Tom Hanks now, he can't stop laughing, and why you realise Tom Cruise is so nasty. Because they're not really
Yeah.
who you think they are. They've built them up as this icon, and they're not the people you think they are.
That's exactly right.
And they can't act, they can't sing, and they can't dance.
That's right. It's very disappointing in a way to find this out.
So it just seems, I mean, Amy's been doing this the longest with me. We started off with the Watts case, didn't we? And that's where we realised that all of that wasn't real. And if all of that wasn't real, then I started to go onto the news and everything, and that wasn't real. So we know that nothing's real, and it's all like a cartoon. But when you try and explain this to some people, they think you're crazy. But it's true.
That's right. Yeah, they would think we're crazy, but it's true. Once you see it, you know, there's no unseeing it.
Maybe what we need to do is we need to sue them over the Chris Watts case for the psychological damage they did to us by lying.
Yes, that's right.
They made a whole. I mean, maybe nobody in our groups understands what the Watts case is, but it made millions, didn't it? Millions depressed.
Oh, it did. It certainly did.
And they kept repeating it, and the channels, yeah, there's certain channels, they kept repeating it and repeating it and repeating it, just like, you know, September 2001, they kept repeating all that, and people were just getting more and more depressed, and then some people in the comments were saying they didn't trust their boyfriend anymore and all that. That's the sad thing that they do, and they're lying.
Yep, it's a lie, and it depressed people, and it scared people, put fear in people.
When actually, when you go out, even, I'm sure in certain places, maybe there's a bit of violence and a bit of horrible, but in nearly 99% of environments, you know, communities, like here, right now, I'm in Thatcher, it's dead quiet. Nobody's doing nothing, everybody's indoors, it's all peaceful. That's what we are, we're peaceful people.
That's right.
Might be narcissists, but still peaceful.
Right.
We're not a violent society, that's my point.
Exactly, and they want to portray us that way.
Because if that was the case, with what they've done to us, which we can't go into much, but we would have already been out there fighting, wouldn't we then?
Exactly, and we didn't. So we're peaceful people. I agree.
Not one police officer, not one soldier.
That's right, exactly.
The whole world closed down.
Exactly.
So they're making up these stories and everything and giving us this whole false persona of what's going on when it's not happening.
That's right, Karen.
And that's why I think the media run everything. So actors obviously is an accolade. No wonder they have, you know, the Globes and all those, the trophies, because if you're in there and you get one, remember the Mayor of New York got one for acting.
Yes, he did.
That's what it means.
Right.
It's a different kind of accolade. It's obviously a military accolade, really.
Yes, a military accolade.
I'm so surprised they don't just give them eagles. Here's a double eagle.
Oh, I know.
Here's a double eagle.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so that's the Holy Roman Empire that we live in.
Holy Roman Empire, yes.
But it is disappointing because, in a way, we thought we were kind of safe with the older films, and we said the quality was a lot better, but it isn't.
I know. It is disappointing. It makes me feel very disappointed, to be honest. But we can't help what it is.
We're slightly older than some people, and we've got these icons, or what were our icons, but none of it's real.
That's right.
You know, that whole thing, that really upset me. I mean, it wasn't easy to make the video, and I said about Elvis Presley, that he was a character made for you. So there was the characters who acted, then the characters that sang, and then there was obviously more of them that did other things. There was never one Elvis. It was about, God knows how many of him there were. And then they said he was married to Lisa Marie. Well, it was all rubbish. It's all just
That's
like,
right.
hey, we're the Monkeys. They said they made that band for the television. They made everything for the television.
Yes.
So what? So but basically, you're in a band and an actor at the same time, because all actors are in bands, aren't they, Amy?
Yeah, they are.
And they go, right, next week you're getting married to that person and you'll have 4 babies. It must be like that. They don't even know the person.
Right. Exactly.
You know, that Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, they weren't together in any of those pictures.
I remember that. Yes.
It's the same thing in this footage, Amy.
Well.
So, Amy, we're going to finish this video because we've said masses of stuff here again in the 10 minutes. Is there anything you'd like to say to end it? What would you like to say?
I just can't believe that it goes all the way back as far as to the time of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. I didn't realize that all this deception, it's just been going on for so long. I think it's terrible, but I'm glad that you caught it so we could see it, because I like to know the truth.
Yeah, do you know what? Her hair's facing right now, and I don't really like. I can see it's almost like this is almost like a word in here. Remember, she's got that's like an A, that's like an S, that's an I, that's an S, and that's an I. You know, her hair.
Oh my gosh! Oh my God!
It may be just the way they've curled her hair, but it almost looks like letters in her hair.
Yeah.
I am disgusted, Amy.
Me too, Karen.
You can actually see where look, just there. You can see where she's cut in. She's cut in, and like her shoulder. Look at the size of her shoulder. There, she's got a big shoulder. She's cut in, and he's looking at it all, and he realises it's not real. But it is a bit disappointing, isn't it, Amy? Like.
Oh, it is, Karen.
It's a bit hard to know what to say. We've got no one to go to, no one to complain to. Excuse me, Fred Astaire wasn't really in the videos, the pictures.
Right, exactly.
And so when they sat down, he said, "Oh, that was a great film to make. Yes, I love doing that." It was all rubbish. They just did it. They just made it. Hey, you've got to be doing this dance. So here it is. Click, 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 click. We put it all together. It looks good, doesn't it?
Yes.
You know, it's like when you speed up when they go to the moon, it's like they're walking normally. And when you slow it down, it's like they're almost jumping through the air, but they're not. It's the same thing with this, just the other way round.
Oh, yes.
Speed it up, you don't see it, and when you slow it down, there's just too many mistakes in it.
Right.
Because you've got to remember, this is old footage, and things could distort a little bit, but not this much.
Exactly, not that much.
No.
Right.
Thanks for helping me do this video, Amy.
Oh, you're welcome, Karen. Thank you.
Yeah, because you understand it, don't you, Amy? We've looked at so many things.
I do. Yes.
Anyway, without ado, we'll watch the video that I slowed down and you see for yourself that they are superimposed in and nothing looks real.
Yes.
Thanks very much for helping my lovely Amy.
Oh, you're welcome, my lovely Karen.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Chat room. Mwah.
Mwah.
Lots of love and kisses, Amy. Thank you, Amy.
Yes. You're welcome, Karen.